Hello folks, hope you're all doing well. It is a beautiful day here in Scotland, hence the sunglasses. You'll have to excuse them for now, but I can't see if I don't have them on. Anyway, I wanted to be up at the plot to do a video today, but alas, I'm not there. I'm here at home in the garden, but I thought we'd just take this opportunity to have a little look around and see what sort of things we've got on the go this time of the year, chat about a couple of projects that are planned, and if you look closely behind me, you may be able to see some nice rhubarb, some black currants and some daffodils all growing away. So it's that time of year where everything is coming to life. So if you bear with me for just a minute, we'll grab the camera, I'll spin you around, we'll head down the garden, we'll have a look about, and we'll see what we've got grown that's going to go up to the plot in just a few weeks' time. Right, so all the stuff that I've got out on the table here, this is generally stuff that comes in and out of the house apart from the lettuces, but I'll come to what everything is there. So these over here, I've got loads of courgettes planted here. Now, it is early for courgettes, but this is for a community project. These aren't going to go to the plot. They're for something totally separate. They're going to be managed and looked after very well. So watch out for something coming on that in a couple of months' time. We've got some different flowers here. These are sunflowers. They're all looking a bit leggy. They're really, really long. I think I've had them on the windowsill. I don't think they've been in the best position. So they're coming outside nice sunny days like this to try and recover that legginess. And again, it's not the end of the world, because I'll just, when I come to pot them up, they'll get planted into deeper plots and they'll look all right. More courgettes here to go with the ones over there. Carrots. Now these are the two different types of carrots that we've got here. One lot are the Red Samurai, and this was a purple variety, I don't remember its name. They're going to go into buckets some point this weekend, and they're going to go up to the polytunnel. Over here we've got some tiny little flowers. They are absolutely tiny at the moment, and if I can read the label, and I can't read what that says, I can't read my own writing, so you'll have to trust me, that's two different types of flowers. I've got 2 trays of lettuces there, and there is another one knocking about somewhere. Now, I bought these in a bit of a panic from B&M. You can see that it's 3 for £6, because I felt, was it last weekend? I felt really far behind. And I just needed to get some stuff. So these were massive and they looked really nice, and I thought, well, I'll have some of them. So I planted some lettuces here in the garden, and these will be going up to the plot because there's a bit of a project going to be going on the go, a bit of an experiment. So watch out for that coming. I think probably Sunday I'll get that filmed. So watch out on Sunday evening for that coming out. A bit of a project that we're going to do with the lettuces, onions, and a few other bits and pieces. So that'll be coming soon. Right, that's everything on the table. Bear with me just a moment. We'll head down the garden and we'll take a look at what's going on down there. Right, so let me spin you around and let's have a walk down the garden. Now the grass does need cut. It's just getting to that time of year where we're just about ready to cut the grass. And have a walk down here, and let's just go around this corner. And this area here, this is what we sort of affectionately call the secret garden. Now, it's a bit of a mess at the moment. There's an old swing, there's an old slide, there's a hose pipe, there's a load of mess, there's bits of slabs and patios and stuff like that. And I've got my little greenhouses over here that I've been managing along with to grow my plants for quite a while now. But I've got a plan. I don't know how well you can see that plan, because I can see there's a big shadow over there. Let me move it across. This is the plan, and this is the main event here, look, greenhouse. So I've pegged it out here, and we're going to have a 6x6 greenhouse here that's going to replace all of this, and it's going to be managing all the little seedlings that are in here so much easier. That sort of workflow, as you call it, where things have been grown inside, brought out here before they go up to the plot, bigger space, staging, proper shelf and all that sort of stuff. Oh man, that's going to be brilliant. And you know the best thing, it gets delivered next week, so watch out for that coming. So there'll be probably a few videos on that, the build and how it all goes together and how it looks, and then there's a bit of a plan to sort of sort out all the garden around and about it to make it look really nice. But anyway, back to the plants. Let's have a look in here first. So right at the top here we've got some onions, and these ones are Red Baron. They've only just been potted on. They're looking pretty good. They're just starting to fatten up a little bit, so it'll not be too much longer, I don't think, before they're ready to go out. We've got some cosmos here, again, a little bit leggy, same sort of problem as the other flowers that I had. The flowers get a bit of a bum deal, I'm afraid. They don't get the best positions in the windows, so they always go a little bit leggy, but they always recover. Just plant them a bit deeper and they'll be fine. I've got some little lettuces here, so you can see why I bought some lettuces, because mine are miles away from being ready. These are going to be a good few weeks before they're ready to go anywhere. We've got some more onions over here. These are the Fasto ones. These were sown a couple of weeks behind the The ones up the top there, the red barons, and they've still got a little while to go before they'll be ready to go out. And right at the bottom, we've got some onion sets. Now, I didn't plan on doing any sets this year, but then I saw this bag of onion sets reduced in B&M, and I thought, oh, they're reduced, I'll have them. So I've got onion sets, and I've got a bit of an experiment. So I mentioned before, there's something planned for it, so they'll be getting used for an experiment as opposed to them being the main part of the onions. Now, let me move this cover out the way, and we'll have a look in here. Up at the top here, sprung onions, 2 different types. On the right hand side here, we've got katana. On the left hand side here, with really poor germination, these are the ishikura. Normally they're absolutely bomb-proof, but you can see there's hardly any germination there compared to the katana. The katana is a new variety to us this year, and there's been brilliant germination. So we'll be keeping an eye on them just to see how that sort of pans out. We've got some kohlrabi here. They've just been planted on into this tiny little tray here. And what we've got here, some broccoli as well. So it's a normal plain green calabrese. Again, they've just been transferred out to one of the little quarter-sized trays into this module here. These are cauliflowers. These are Romanesco, a sort of purpley coloured Romanesco. They're just about ready, I think, to be potted on again into a slightly bigger pot before getting ready to go up to the plot. We have got some, what have we got here? These are Brussels sprouts. That is a type called Braemar F1, and this is kohlrabi on this side, a sort of green one. We've got some sprung shallots here that I probably sowed a little bit early in the, I think they're just starting now to fatten up a little bit, so I was a bit premature with them, so lesson learnt for next year. In here we've got some Bedfordshire Champion onions. They were sown about the same time as the Red Baron. These will just be ready to be potted on. If we have a look underneath, look at those roots in there. They 100% need potted on. And over here we've got some Musselburgh leeks. They were only just put into these modules yesterday from one of the quarter-sized trays, which is why they all look a bit sad and all sort of leaning over and things like that. A few days in here and they'll recover and they'll get back to normal. And over here behind the grass, ignore the grass, we've just sown these. We've got a load of radish and a load of beetroot, just sown yesterday, was it, I think? Thereabouts. Anyway, that's how all the things out here are looking. We've got some more stuff inside. I'll head inside. We'll have a quick look at what's going on underneath the grow lights to see how they're going out. I'll not show you the tomatoes just yet. The tomatoes are still, they're only tiny little things. I know when you're ready to go anywhere or see them, but you can see the chilies, aubergines, all that sort of stuff. So we'll head in there now and we'll have a good look around. Right, here we are. This is just a cupboard in my spare room where I have the main grow light here and all the other stuff sort of hanging out underneath it. So we've got a few things going on under here at the moment, and it might not look like much, but the reason for that is I'm trying to manage the sort of indoor space here so much better than I did last year. So I had far too many plants that I ended up not having enough room for in the polytunnel. So I've been, you know, if you've seen the last video that I did, I've made a bit of a plan. We've counted out the pots, so I know how many of each type of plant that I need to plant out. And slowly but surely, each time I pot them up, each time they survive, they get stronger, they get bigger. Some of the old ones go away. They've either been given away or they've gone to the big compost bin in the sky. So right at the back here, these big tall ones, these are Kashmiri chilies, and they're looking really healthy. The chilies were just potted on the other week there into these final sort of big pots. Then these ones here are, that's Carolina Reaper, and the one over here on the left is Hungarian Hot Wax. One thing to notice, I don't know if you can quite see it here, this one here in the Carolina Reaper, on some of these leaves, it's almost going a really dark green, you probably can't see it, a sort of purpley kind of colour. And I noticed it on some of the sweet peppers as well, on these ones. And I was watching a channel the other day called Chili Chump. The guy is an absolute expert on chilies, by the way. What he doesn't know about chilies isn't worth knowing. And he says this sort of dark colour in here is almost like a bit of a sunburn. So I think I've had the grow light on here a little bit too bright, so I've been turning it down, so I've not had it as bright during the day, and sort of managing that brightness, and hopefully that sort of thing, that sort of effect here, like the sort of sunburn effect that you get, that'll slowly start to reverse itself with a bit of luck. So what else have we got over here? Over here, this side over here, these are 2 melon plants, and that is a variety called Minnesota Midget. Then we've got 2 cucumber plants. Again, these have just been potted on. This one here is Honey Plus, and this one here is Merlin. So there we go, we've got Merlin and Honey Plus. I'm a bit too early with the cucumbers. These might be sort of early adopter experiment cucumbers that go out because they're getting quite big. Look, that one's starting to come all the way over here. Before long, I'm going to have to support them vertically, so they might go out early, they might die, but I've got loads more cucumber seeds to sow because I'm far too early with it. What's good here, all the ones in here, these are sweet peppers, apart from these two, which are aubergines. The sweet peppers, I'm only doing 2 varieties. One is King of the North and one is Purple Beauty. The aubergines are a variety called, let me have a look here, Purple Genie, or Genie anyway. So both aubergines are Genie. Again, I might just end up with 1 aubergine plant, or I might end up with 2. We'll see. I haven't quite decided on that front yet. I've got another melon over here. It's doing nowhere near as well as the 2 back there. I'm not quite sure why, but again, when I talk about potting up and moving plants on and not having as many managing the space, this one might go the journey because clearly these 2 over here are so much stronger. Right, that's this space done. I'll head back downstairs and we'll have a quick chat. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed that little look around. If you want to see how things work out with the seeds, with the greenhouse, with the stuff that's inside, please think about subscribing. It's absolutely free. Just click the button down below and that's it, done. New video, I think, Sunday as well. I'm going to try and get one done Sunday morning, hopefully get it processed, get it out for Sunday evening. Like I say, I think it's going to be a dead interesting one. Going to do a bit of an experiment with some of the plants that we've got on the go there, to do with some of the beds that we put in earlier in the year, to see whether it makes a difference, different techniques that are used. And we're going to try and control it a little bit so everything's done in the same way, so we can see what the results are like at the end of it. So please come along and see that on Sunday as well. But anyway, that is me done for today. Thank you very much for watching, folks, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.